What is up, you awesome people? Gamer Eddie here, and sorry about my camera quality. My laptop camera somehow works worse at night, and yeah, but welcome to my first opinion video. This is going to be a series of videos where I give my opinion on a game, basically, or gaming console. The opinion videos will work in a basic structure. First with the story of said game or console, then the gameplay or console's flaws, depending on if it's really good. Like, if a console game is really good, I want to point out their flaws first before I point out their good points, because most of the flaws are so minute. But if the game is really bad, I'll try to find some redeeming qualities and then go over the badness of it. Ugh. But after going over gameplay flaws and gameplay perks, next would be a rating, in which I'll be rating the game off of 4 different aspects: the story with the gameplay, the enemies/bosses, the pacing of the game, and any extras, secrets, and post-game content. This can include DLC. And after that will be an overall rating. I'll say if the game's good or not, and if it's worth playing today. And for today's video, I want to go over Super Mario 64. This is one of the games I first played as a kid, and it has been really, really awesome playing it on the Nintendo Switch with the Nintendo Switch Online for the N64. But of course, we're not talking about the Nintendo Switch version, no. We're talking about the OG N64 version, as this game was actually the first 3D Nintendo game released alongside Pilot Wing 64 when the N64 first released back in 1996. And of course, it was the most played or most popular game for the N64 if I can recall. Like, there's a lot of good N64 games out there, but not many people talk about anything else besides Mario 64. If there's a good N64 game out there, the first thing people say is either 007 GoldenEye or Mario 64. And of course, the game plot is, of course, Mario needs stars to rescue the princess. Yep, Peach invites over Mario for some cake and whatnot, and of course, it turns out there is no cake. The cake is a lie. So Mario needs to go find the kidnapped princess, defeat the Bowser, and save the day once more. A simple plot, but the gameplay makes it all the more worth it. But we're not about to get into the perks just yet. Oh no. This is a very good game. In order to get through a very good game, we need to talk about the bad parts first. Some of them are pretty bad, some of them ain't too bad. The main flaw, though, of the game is, of course, the wacky camera. Like, sometimes the camera may work with you, sometimes it won't. It's like the depth perception could get a little wonky. And then some stars have vague hints. Some stars that have these hints, oh, it's obvious to, figure it out. Like, just, go up the hill or go find King Wolf. But other stars have vague hints like blast away the wall or wall kicks will work or something of that matter. Then you have the hard stars, which is the last and final flaw, which the hard stars are more opinionative than anything. Like, it could be me, but some stars are just hard to get, like the 100th star in Jolly Roger Bay, or any star in Rainbow Ride. Take your pick. I am not about to do that level just yet. But hey, even the bad parts of the game make the game a little bit good. And I mean, what's not to love about Mario 64? Here's what's to love about Mario 64. The big levels and the open worldness of each, stage. Each stage either feels slightly linear or slightly open world. As the linear levels would be the Bowser levels, but the open world levels just make things all the much better. You got like Bomb Battlefield, Shifting Sandland, Lethal Lava Land, Jolly Roger Bay. Like even Rainbow Ride, each level has somewhat of a unique theming, whether it be islands, whether it be lava, whether it be desert. I mean, sure, it's the same things used in previous Mario games, but they were never implemented in a 3D Mario game until this game actually released. Anywho, and the bosses in the game, though nothing too special, they're actually really fun to fight, like King Bomb being the first boss and the final Bowser being oh so satisfying. And there's even secret levels within the game too, most of them for the caps that Mario needs to progress through the journey. You have the wing cap, which allows Mario to fly, the metal cap, which makes Mario completely invincible and able to walk under the water, and invisible cap Mario, which of course also makes Mario invincible, that allows him to walk through certain textured walls. And everything else just fits into place with those caps. And one of the cap levels is actually hidden within an actual level itself. Hazy Maze Cave holds Metal Cap Mario's hidden stage. And I mean, what else is there to love about this game? The move set, like wall jumping is a little hard to pull off, but once you learn how to wall jump, everything becomes a whole lot more fun. And not to mention, you can also jump dive, triple jump if you can figure it out. Triple jump, like that. But the movement flow is also satisfying too. Once you pick up speed, it's hard to slow down, which means you can breeze through a lot of levels. And trust me, if anyone would love to have a nice pacing, it'd be me. Because let me tell you this, monotony is one of the worst quirks of a game. You need at least a good pacing, and this one does good enough. And exploits, anyone? Yes, I'm going to talk about the exploits in this game too. Whether it be as simple as ground pounding at the last second to, not take damage from a fall, or it could be something as cheeky as a weird glitch like getting to the top of the roof early, or, oh no, don't get me started on backwards long jump now though. BLJs is one of the most common exploits in Mario 64, and it's actually one of the most fun to pull off. I never fully pulled off a BLJ yet, but I'm hoping to one day. And I might record it for y'all if I think about it that day. But anywho, time for the ratings. The story and gameplay itself was decent. The only thing that really ruins the gameplay from getting a perfect score is the wonky camera, like I said. But of course, it still gets the 9 out of 10. The enemies and bosses are perfection. Certain enemies in certain areas, it all just makes sense. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. The pacing of the game too is good, but if you get stuck on certain levels, it's monotony. So 9.5 out of 10 worked well for that. And last but not least, the extras, secrets, and post-game. Extras and secrets, like I said, were good. The only thing post-game, though, is enhanced triple jump and maybe even finding Yoshi for 100 lives. As good as that may sound, that's really about it, and basically puts the extras rating at 8.5 out of 10. Not bad, but a little disappointing that it could have done better. The overall rating for this game for me was a 9.25 out of 10. Excellent game. May not be perfect, but I'm sure it grabbed everyone's hearts. Is it worth playing today? Absolutely, and you can play it on the Nintendo Switch if you're a member of Nintendo Switch Online expansion. I mean, if you're willing to pay $50 a year. I'm paying $50 a year for that stuff. Eh. But anywho, thank y'all guys for joining me. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me what I need to do for another opinion video, what I should do tomorrow's video. Speaking of tomorrow's video, I will be uploading tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to be doing yet, but I will let y'all guys know. Other than that, this is Game Ready. Thank you and peace out.